Have you ever noticed how simply being around your pet makes the world seem quieter? There's a unique kind of calm that comes from a pet's presence. Whether it's a dog wagging its tail, a cat stretching near you, or even a small bird chirping softly, your nervous system responds instinctively. When you're stressed, your heart rate tends to rise, your breathing becomes shallow, and your thoughts race. But a pet doesn't demand anything from you. It doesn't push, judge, or require emotional responses. Its presence alone tells your brain it's safe to relax now. This phenomenon is more than just emotional comfort, it's physiological. Pets emit subtle cues like rhythmic breathing, gentle movements, or low sounds, which humans instinctively recognize as safe and predictable. These cues slow down stress hormones like cortisol, reduce muscle tension, and deepen your breathing. Essentially, a pet is like a natural regulator for the nervous system. For people who spend most of their days reacting to others or processing information constantly, this calm is invaluable. The moment a pet chooses to sit near you, it allows your body to downshift. Your brain doesn't have to process social expectations, your muscles don't have to stay tense, and your mind can finally take a break. Even a few minutes of simply being with your pet can restore balance, leaving you feeling refreshed and present. This calming effect explains why many pet owners describe a sense of grounding, something hard to achieve in everyday life. It's not about being entertained or distracted, it's about presence. Pets offer a unique combination of companionship and serenity that no human interaction can replicate. And the best part? It's effortless. You don't have to perform, communicate, or explain yourself. Your pet is content just being with you. And that quiet companionship teaches your body and mind to relax in a way that's deeply restorative. Being drawn to pets isn't just a matter of personality, it's a reflection of how your nervous system experiences the world. Some people thrive on external stimulation, conversations, activity, and constant interaction. These individuals often prefer highly social animals, like dogs, that actively seek engagement. But others are wired differently. Their nervous systems find safety in stillness, routine, and low-pressure interactions. Pet lovers often fall into this latter category. They enjoy the presence of a living being, but one that doesn't demand immediate reactions or constant attention. The appeal isn't that pets are better or more interesting than humans. It's that pets provide a space for regulation without judgment. Humans, by nature, are filled with expectations. Respond quickly, share emotions, reassure others. Pets bypass all of that. They offer connection without demand. This isn't about avoiding social interaction. It's about protecting your internal state. People who are more sensitive, observant, or prone to overstimulation need environments where they can recharge naturally. A pet provides exactly that. Its slow, predictable behavior allows the brain to interpret the environment as safe. Over time, these interactions strengthen the nervous system's ability to self-regulate. Neuroscience supports this idea. Our brains respond to predictable, low-pressure stimuli by lowering arousal and activating calming pathways. A pet's presence is a perfect example. Consistent behavior, gentle movements, and non-intrusive affection signal nothing urgent is happening. For someone whose nervous system frequently anticipates stress or monitors social cues, this creates a profound sense of safety. So, loving pets isn't just about being an introvert or having a quiet personality. It's about needing a space where your body can finally relax, breathe, and reset. It's a recognition that your nervous system thrives under gentle, steady, and unpressured companionship. And that's exactly what pets offer. One of the most remarkable things about pets is how they interact with us without demanding anything in return. Unlike humans, who often come with expectations, reply promptly, share feelings, match energy, pets simply exist alongside you. This absence of pressure is what makes their companionship so restorative. When your pet sits near you, nudges you gently, or just looks at you with trust in its eyes, there's no requirement to react, perform, or explain yourself. For many people, especially those who are highly sensitive or prone to overstimulation, this lack of expectation is a relief. Social interactions can be exhausting, even for extroverts, when there's constant monitoring, judgment, or emotional negotiation involved. Pets bypass all of that. They don't expect constant affection, conversation, or reassurance. Their love is available, but it's not imposed. This dynamic has profound effects on the nervous system. Without the need to perform, your body and mind can enter a state of regulation naturally. Stress responses diminish, heart rate slows, and muscles relax. Essentially, the pet provides a safe container for your emotions, one where you can simply be without obligation. Moreover, this dynamic fosters authentic connection. Because the pet's affection is voluntary and consistent, humans learn that intimacy can exist without constant proof or reciprocity. This teaches a subtle but powerful lesson. Connection doesn't have to be transactional. It's not about what you do to earn love. It's about presence, attention, and shared calm. This explains why many pet owners describe their pets as safe companions, more reliable than human relationships in some ways. Pets provide a model of unconditional yet non-intrusive care. For anyone who feels drained by social or emotional expectations, this companionship isn't just comforting, it's essential. The absence of pressure is, paradoxically, a powerful form of love and trust. For people who gravitate toward pets, the appeal often lies not in avoiding intimacy, but in seeking connection that doesn't demand constant output. Human relationships, even with the closest friends or family, are filled with subtle expectations. Answer quickly, explain yourself, adjust your mood. For some, these constant negotiations become exhausting. Pets offer a rare alternative. They model a form of closeness that unfolds naturally. When a pet chooses to sit with you, it does so without insisting on conversation, eye contact, or emotional performance. This gives pet lovers a space to experience intimacy without exhaustion or stress. In essence, pet lovers prioritize quality over quantity of interaction. They want relationships that feel safe, predictable, and calming. The pet's behavior teaches that affection doesn't need to be forced or constant. You don't have to prove loyalty, demonstrate emotion, or meet expectations. Presence alone is enough. This subtle dynamic reinforces psychological well-being. People learn that attachment can exist without high stakes or emotional debt. Your pet's calm, self-directed behavior creates an environment where your nervous system can downshift naturally. This builds internal resilience, reduces vigilance, and allows for deeper, more restorative experiences of connection. By gravitating toward pets, individuals essentially choose an environment that respects their emotional bandwidth. They demonstrate that love and attention can flow freely, but without coercion. This principle extends beyond human-animal relationships. It shapes how pet lovers interact with people as well. They tend to cultivate interactions that are mindful, respectful, and non-intrusive, reflecting the emotional model provided by their pets. Ultimately, this preference for connection without pressure is a conscious or subconscious recognition that your nervous system thrives best in calm, steady, and voluntary interactions, a need that pets fulfill effortlessly. One of the most powerful reasons people are drawn to pets is the sense of safety and comfort they provide. Unlike humans, pets don't judge, criticize, or create emotional pressure. They simply exist in a way that makes your environment feel predictable and secure. Whether it's a dog quietly lying at your feet, a cat curling up on your lap, or even a bird singing in its cage, their presence signals to your nervous system that it's safe to relax. For people who are highly sensitive or easily overstimulated, this comfort is essential. Daily life often demands constant vigilance, tracking social cues, adjusting behavior, managing emotions.
One of the most powerful reasons people are drawn to pets is the sense of safety and comfort they provide. Unlike humans, pets don't judge, criticize, or create emotional pressure. They simply exist in a way that makes your environment feel predictable and secure. Whether it's a dog quietly lying at your feet, a cat curling up on your lap, or even a bird singing in its cage, their presence signals to your nervous system that it's safe to relax. For people who are highly sensitive or easily overstimulated, this comfort is essential. Daily life often demands constant vigilance, tracking social cues, adjusting behavior, managing emotions. Pets bypass all of this. They offer a steady, consistent presence that doesn't require monitoring or interpretation. This creates a rare kind of psychological safety, a space where you can exist fully without fear of judgment or obligation. Physiologically, this sense of safety triggers calming mechanisms in the body. Heart rate slows, muscles relax, and stress hormone levels decrease. Even brief interactions with pets can have a measurable impact on mental and physical health. Studies have shown that petting or simply observing a pet can lower cortisol, reduce anxiety, and even improve mood. Moreover, pets teach humans about boundaries and consent in a subtle, nonverbal way. They approach affection on their terms, demonstrating that closeness doesn't have to be forced or invasive. This dynamic can be profoundly healing, especially for those who have experienced emotional overwhelm or boundary violations in the past. In short, pets are not just companions, they are safe anchors. They create an environment where your nervous system can downshift, your mind can rest, and your body can feel protected. For people whose daily lives are filled with unpredictability and stress, this combination of comfort and safety is invaluable, making the bond with pets both restorative and essential. People who are naturally drawn to pets are frequently highly sensitive and observant. They notice details that others might overlook: the subtle flick of a tail, the way a pet shifts its weight, or the tone of its meow or bark. This attentiveness is not only a trait, but also a necessity. Pets communicate primarily through subtle, nonverbal cues, and understanding these cues requires careful observation. Sensitivity also means that these individuals are more affected by their surroundings. Loud noises, chaotic environments, or emotional turbulence can be overwhelming. A pet provides a counterbalance to this overstimulation by offering calm, predictable companionship. The pet's behavior gives them something stable to focus on, reducing mental clutter and allowing them to feel secure. This sensitivity extends beyond pets themselves. People who love animals often notice nuances in human interactions as well. They are empathetic, attuned to emotions, and aware of how energy moves in a room. Their connection with pets reinforces these traits, giving them a safe outlet to exercise their emotional intelligence without being drained by social demands. Interestingly, this attentiveness also contributes to problem-solving and creative thinking. By observing pets, sensitive individuals learn patience, timing, and nuance, skills that translate into real-world insight and adaptability. They become more conscious of patterns, relationships, and subtle signals that others might miss. Ultimately, the bond with pets strengthens and validates these natural sensitivities. It creates a feedback loop. The pet provides calm and safety, which allows the human to engage more fully with their environment, while the human provides attention and care, deepening the bond. This mutual attunement highlights why sensitive and observant people are drawn to pets. They create harmony between nervous system needs and emotional fulfillment.
Deep thinking, creativity, and focus are fragile states. They require uninterrupted attention, mental quiet, and an environment free from constant demands. Pets uniquely support these conditions. Unlike humans, pets rarely interrupt your focus. A cat sitting nearby, a dog resting at your feet, or even a small pet in its habitat allows you to exist in a shared space without demanding attention. For individuals engaged in intellectual or creative work, this non-intrusive presence is invaluable. It provides companionship without distraction. The brain recognizes the pet as a safe and calm stimulus, which allows it to maintain concentration while still benefiting from emotional support. This co-regulation, being together in the same space without constant interaction, helps sustain productivity and mental clarity. Pets also reduce mental clutter by acting as a grounding force. Observing a pet's predictable behaviors or simply noticing their presence allows the mind to enter a meditative state. The rhythm of a pet's breathing, the gentle movements, and even soft sounds create a consistent, calming environment that nurtures reflection, problem-solving, and focus. Many creative professionals, writers, and thinkers have historically gravitated toward pets for this reason. It's not that pets make you smarter, it's that they preserve the mental conditions necessary for intelligence and creativity to flourish. Their presence allows uninterrupted thought while simultaneously reducing stress and providing emotional satisfaction. Ultimately, pets teach humans an essential lesson. True focus and peace do not require isolation or loneliness. They require an environment of safe, predictable companionship. For pet lovers, this protection of mental space is one of the most profound benefits of their bond, combining emotional comfort with cognitive support in a way that few other relationships can provide. At its core, being drawn to pets isn't just about affection or companionship. It's about self-care and meeting the needs of your nervous system. Humans are wired to seek safety, calm, and predictable environments. Pets provide exactly this. They offer connection, trust, and presence without the emotional pressure or performance required in human relationships. This dynamic is profoundly restorative. Pet lovers often choose companionship that allows them to regulate their emotions naturally. They seek environments where attention, care, and affection can flow freely but without obligation. In essence, loving a pet is a form of self-preservation. It ensures that the body and mind have a safe space to recharge. Pets also allow for nurturing without vulnerability overload. Humans learn to give care, observe signals, and respond thoughtfully, all without being emotionally drained by reciprocity demands. This practice strengthens internal resilience, empathy, and attentiveness. It's a unique type of relationship that balances giving and receiving in a gentle, low-pressure way. Furthermore, loving pets can enhance awareness and mindfulness. The presence of a living creature that relies on observation rather than verbal interaction encourages humans to slow down, notice details, and attune to the present moment. These subtle adjustments in behavior and attention have cascading benefits for mental and emotional health. Finally, the appeal of pets reflects a universal truth. Humans thrive best in environments that match their nervous system needs. For those who are sensitive, thoughtful, or easily overstimulated, pets provide a perfect alignment. The connection is voluntary, calm, and restorative, making it a revolutionary form of companionship in a world that often prioritizes performance, attention, and constant engagement. Loving pets, then, is more than a hobby or preference. It's a biological and psychological strategy for well-being. It's about choosing calm, choosing presence, and choosing a relationship that nurtures your nervous system as much as it satisfies the heart.